Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We have interrupted our regularly scheduled program. I am at the beach, and rather than rush the last 2 days of my Nat Geo Art Journal Play series, I have decided to do some jelly plating. That is a verb. Yes, look it up. And then when I get back, it's only 2 days. You'll have 2 days of jelly plates. And then when I get back, I will continue and finish the last 2 days of the Nat Geo journal. And then after that, I don't know. I really don't know. I have no clue. It'll be like the second or third day in, or maybe still the end of August. Are we in August? Yeah. So I don't know. So what I'm doing is playing with art, jelly plates in my Hobonichi art journal. This is not my regular Hobonichi calendar or planner or whatever you want to call it. This is a Hobonichi notebook. Oh goodness, here comes the little dog. While I'm trying to edit. Did you hear his toenails click across the floor? Anyhow, I have two little jelly plates. One I think is like a 3x5 and one is possibly like 6x3. Anyhow, I'm doing them all on book pages and in my Hobonichi, but the Hobonichi one needs to dry. So it's actually a little bit easier to do it on book plates like I'm doing it now. So that's what I'm doing. There he goes. He's rushing down the hall to get to my husband. I am of little attention for that dog. But anyhow, I am just playing with, I can't find my brayers. I know they're right here. I just can't find them. So I'm just using paintbrushes and old paint that I would prefer to not have anymore. Although I do love this Prussian blue. There's something about that blue. It's just captivating. Anyhow, I'm making designs in it, squiggles with the end of the paintbrush, just to add texture, nothing more. If there isn't enough color changes, I'm not doing 2 or 3 pulls on a page, mainly because I'm not waiting for anything to dry long enough. But some of them do get double layered, and then I'm adding color to them later in the cracks, whether it's in those little swirls that I made, or whether it's around the edges, or a fringe, or whatever. I'm just having a good old session here of jelly plating. And it was originally about 30 minutes. I condensed it down to more than double time because it's the same thing over and over again. I do love watching these, actually. And actually, swirling that credit card, which is just nothing more than a palette, a tool, whatever you want to call it. I love the way that shape kind of happened, and I wish I had made more of those now that I'm looking at this. But never fear, there's always another jelly plate session in the future. But I just loved the fanning of that credit card and creating gaps, and then I went back later on and filled in those gaps with other color. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And I think I like jelly plating so much because there's spontaneity to every single one of them. I'm not good enough to control what I'm doing. It's just what comes out, comes out. I am able to add extra color or extra movement or texture, moving a paintbrush around or the credit card or whatever. You could do the same thing with the brayer. You could do the same thing with any of the tools that are out there. I'm not doing anything quite spectacular, but even the little stuff on these things is so much fun and so spontaneous and so out of my control. Pretty much, I'm controlling the color, I'm controlling the amount of paint that goes on there, but kind of after that, no, the jelly plates are in charge. If I had waited for some of these other layers to dry more, especially the ones that were left on the jelly plate, that would be a much better result. But I don't have that kind of patience today whatsoever. And so I'm just going with it. And these are all, like, I used a Prussian blue, I used a brown, Arteza Prussian blue, I think, was actually Winsor Newton. Gouache or acrylics. The yellow is De La Rowney, which I think is Walmart. There's just all kinds of different types of paint here, and you can do it with anything. That right there is a Walmart brand too, or maybe Michael's. I can't remember. But it's there's nothing fancy here by any means. Fancy is not my middle name. I'm very practical, and I like that design right there too. It's kind of like diamonds or a facet of some kind. I like that. And I am mixing a few colors and adding water here and there and just, having a grand old time. Looks like termites crawled through that one. Um, Sorry, I got distracted by the news. The Secret Service is at Hartsfield International. This is Thursday night in my time. Oh, the United States. Here's where I fill in some of those fan shapes that I made with the credit card. I really liked that a lot. That note to self, make more of that because I really liked how that looked. Anyhow, so interesting. So interesting. So able to take your mind off of your life, the current state in America, the heat, the dog that's trying to steal my pillow and or my paintbrush at any moment. It's a grand old time. Um, and I'm making grand old flags. Call me Betsy Ross. I don't know. I think I've lost my marbles. Feeling much better. Feeling much better. I look like I have paint on my shirt, but I really don't. I think it's just the way the light was hitting it. Anyhow, this one turned out kind of cool too, I think. Uh, there are just things that work for you, and you just keep playing till you do come across something that works for you. Yeah, that was kind of pretty. And then I went in with more Prussian blue and just used the jelly plate as my palette and added more into these crevices and stuff. I really liked that a lot. Um, so yeah, here's where I put more Prussian blue in those um, termite trails too. That's fun also. You can use these as a whole sheet, rip them up, do all kinds of stuff with them. The possibilities are endless. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.